What up, what up? It's Coop.
And Keish.
And we're back.
And I'm driving.
That's right, her turn.
Yeah, we just wanted to come back and we kind of left some stuff out there as far as that we wanted to say. With the loaning money and even giving money is because the part we left out is, yeah, some people can't pay it back, don't want to pay it back, but it's the ungratefulness that we wanted to touch on. It's like people are so ungrateful. You can give them money 20 times. Number 21, you can't loan it to them or whatever, for whatever reason. Is, oh, you don't never help me out. You ain't never did it before, and this, that, and the other. And it's like, okay, well, that's what made me not want to deal with you anymore. That's what made me not even want to help people anymore, because you're so ungrateful for what I have done, you know. And it even happens like that with our children, you know, with, okay, every time they call, can you put some money on my car? I need this, I need that. No, you don't need it. You want it, first of all. And then when they get to the point where it's like, no, I'm not giving it to you this time.
They
oh, well, yeah. So it's like you being ungrateful. Okay, well, I'm going to teach your butt a lesson too. I'm going to show you I don't have to give you anything. All I have to do is take care of you. And that's your necessities. Your, you know, food, water, clothing, and a roof over your head. Then we're going to see how that work out.
And, you know, to touch on that subject, a lot of parents, mainly the ladies, I would say, you know, I know you love your kids and you want them to have the world, but I was raised a little bit different, a little bit rougher times, raised by a single mom, 5 kids in the household. So I'm kind of a little bit tougher and on a rough edge of spoiling the kids and giving them everything they want. The way I see it is, if you give your kids everything they want, then you're really handicapping or crippling them. Because, I mean, look, let's be honest, at the end of the day, we see it with even older people that have lived with parents leaving them everything and trying to, you know, leave them money and the house. And families, brothers and sisters, I've seen them, you know, just don't speak to each other. Families get ripped and torn apart, not talking and speaking again over something that's really, neither one of you have worked hard for. But I'm pretty sure all of you have seen someone out there to where the family butts heads about when somebody passes on, you know, things of that nature. So I always tell my wife, we always have the conversation. I tell her, with the life insurance that we have, if God forbid if something happened to one of us, I want her, if it was to happen to me, I want her to take that money and pay off the house and then go enjoy herself. And she tells me the same thing. And, you know, whatever happened at the end of the day, whatever's left for the kids, I don't live on the creed of, I got to leave my kids something like a lot of parents do, and, you know, try to make sure I go without to make them happy. Because I think the biggest lessons learned is when you go through something. And these kids today, let's be honest, this generation of kids, they're different. I mean, they're spoiled to death. Internet, phone, that's all they, you know, mainly want to do. They're not used to hard work. So, and even my kids, I ain't sitting here just pointing fingers saying other people's kids. You know, my kids, they the same. I tell them no about something, and they want to walk around with their lip poked out. So I tell my wife, I'm here working, and I love my kids, but my first concern is me and you. Making sure we're happy, making sure we don't have to depend on our kids. Because, I mean, let's be honest, I've seen some kids that something happened and the parents can't take care of themselves, and they go throw them in a nursing home or pay somebody to, you know, come by to take care of them, and Lord knows they don't really check on them like that to know what that person is doing to them. So I'm just different. Like, I hear a lot of people just, well, you shouldn't do this, and you should treat your kids this way, and you should give them the world. No, I shouldn't. They should know what it feels like to work hard for something And that way they won't take it for granted. Because at the end of the day, I tell my kids all the time, I give you an example. My daughter and my son was asking their mother and me about getting them some shoes. Some Jordans. And Candace, my youngest, her shoes she wanted was like $250. And my son wanted some shoes, $350. And I was like, nah, like, we're not gonna do that. And I gave him, I said, your limit is $125 for a pair of shoes. And the shoes my son wanted, they were just for him to play basketball in. I said, you're gonna wear these shoes? And he was like, well, Dad, I'm just gonna wear them in the gym. I said, I don't care where you're gonna wear them. They shoes. They wear and tear. You're gonna wear them, and that's gonna be the end of that. I'm not paying $350 for some shoes. So here he comes with his arms crossed and the look on his face and his lip poked out because he's not getting what he wanted. I told my wife, I said, it really it struck me the wrong way. I got kind of pissed about it. And she was like, well, you just, you have to kind of calm down and think of, ways to get them to understand. How do you get a kid to understand if they're not willing to listen or accept what you've been telling? I said, we sit down and have conversation nights with our kids at the table and try to, explain to them how finances work, teaching them things, what are interest rate, do they know what interest rates are, kind of how the economy works.
Yeah, investing and credit
exactly.
scores and stuff. Like my daughter, her credit score is a 770. I mean, she doesn't have any kind of personal cards, but she does have a business card. Even though she have a business card, her personal credit is still pretty good, 770. So, she have been, staying on top of things that she do and making sure that it doesn't affect her credit in a negative way. So, teach your children these things because
it helps out a lot.
They get, they sway one way thinking, okay, we good. My parents got money, we good. But at the same time, they need to know how that money goes out and comes in. And they need to understand how to manage it properly and manage their money properly. And if in the event, if something happened and they come into a good bit of money because of their parents' death or because we leave them something, just to test them, because we do them like that sometimes, just to test them, see how much they're going to do with some money. I mean, how much they're going to spend or how much they're going to keep.
And again, we know a kid going to be a kid. They're definitely going to blow through some money. But I want them to understand, don't blow through all your money. Don't do it.